So I'd like to invite Mark Meadows from Meadows Analysis and Design to the stage. Thank you for being here with us this morning.
It was a pleasure.
Mark, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Yeah, I'm a mechanical engineer. We design machines. I'm licensed in 10 states and 2 provinces. We work in, we design the airport loading bridges. We also do some forensic work on stuff that's broken. This is a cruise ship loader we do over here. So many things, and we keep going here with wastewater treatment plants, food processing plants. And that's a really big screw conveyor up there, really big.
Looks that way.
And then, of course, we design trailers for oil and gas, and we're going to see this little wall a little later. And this, on the bottom left, is the inside of one of those big wind towers. So it's just how big those things really are. It's very large.
Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Dell?
Sure. We started out just leasing machines that were just, we buy them at the local store, and turned out it didn't work really well with our software. It was my fault for not looking into the precision line and that really matching the computers with the software. And Dell has made that just really nice to be able to do.
How do you use Dell's technology? What system do you use?
We would render this for the customer a little bit. It's not as fancy as my colleague with Pixelmundo, you know, certainly. But we're just engineers, you know. But it really helps to visualize that. And you go ahead and click, and I'll show you that we would take this, and we're analyzing this for strength and structure. And you're seeing the stresses is the colors in here. And now we're looking at the bucket. In just a second, we'll look at the structure underneath the bucket, and to see if it's very easy to communicate engineering to other things. This uses a computer pretty hard to be able to do this. And then the next deal is going to show, this is actually a fluids. The wall that I showed you, we're going to see later, we're putting wind onto that. And this is where I did a comparison of the new computer. And we found that our fastest mobile workstation, which is a Dell, was doing that thing in almost 30 minutes, and with this new thing, we're dropping that to about 14 minutes. So it's just a huge jump. You'll see the velocity is what you're seeing there, and as it kind of settles out, we're ramping up the velocity just to see how the wind acts. And the customers actually was worried about whether the wall was going to fall over with the wind in West Texas. So.
Yeah. What are some of the benefits that you found from working with Dell on the Dell Precision Workstations?
Well, one thing we found was the configuration of that, the ease of configuration to work with my software like Autodesk and working with NVIDIA and being able to put those things together into something that works the best for me. And I've made mistakes. I've bought the wrong video card and it didn't run my software, and so I've stepped in a lot of things that, you know, and so it's just the way it goes. Of course, I do live in Texas, right? So, but you just learn, but Dell has made it easier to configure for our use.
So you also had an early unit of the Precision T7600. What was it like to have it in your environment and with your engineers?
Well, it's good, and I suffered the same thing Adam did. I mean, I'm fighting the engineers off of it, but it actually sat on my desk, and I used it. And then we also came in and we took it apart, and we really enjoyed the ease with which you could work on these things, because I mean, engineers like to tinker inside computers, so we were really impressed with that. And also it was extremely quiet. It's I mean, it's just like you had to look at the light to tell if it was on, and that's definitely not the case with other computers we have in the room. Sometimes that, you know, you can use noise canceling headphones, and you know, but you don't need it. This is really awesome, and we saw about a 30% increase on the speed on doing this thing over the fastest computer I had in the house, and that was it's a custom built strange machine, but this thing just kicked its rear.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us your experiences.
Okay, appreciate it.